Welcome back to the Hull City View. Well, this weekend, Ipswich are going to be trying to do Norwich a favour and beating the Tigers. To review and preview that game, we are chatting with Tiger Will. How are you, Will?
Not too bad, not too bad. A little bit deflated after the draw, but I did predict a draw at Watford, so...
We'll get into all of that in a second. We're also going to talk about the whole home season as we preview the last game of the K-Con this season. Will, do you think it's all over now?
A few fans have gone, we should just say we're in the Championship and that's it, done and dusted. Obviously, mathematically and results going our favour, we are still in. Honestly, I think we could sort of shut up shop against Ipswich, get a nice draw, and we'll be happy, stay in the Championship and rebuild for next year.
Okay.
After the draw against Watford, I think, especially the misses we had, the chances. Douglas also had a great game. I'll give him that one. I think it's just now, you look at the team, we are tired. I think most of us are on the beach now, really. So it's now, let's get the season done with and just rebuild for next season now.
But if you beat Coventry midweek, and of course we're recording this before that, you then just 3 points behind them with both of you with 2 games to play. So then it's a case of must beat Ipswich, isn't it? And hope that Norwich don't beat Swansea. Now they did slip up against Bristol City, and I'm sure Hull fans were delighted to hear that Bristol City equaliser. And Ipswich are not going to do Norwich any favours.
Not true.
Because of course they need the points themselves. We'll speak to an Ipswich fan in a second, but he's got to change the style, hasn't he? At home against Coventry, against a wounded Coventry that are mentally, physically fatigued after Wembley. He's got to go gung ho, hasn't he, from the start?
To be fair, yeah, a few of us were chatting after the game, after the Watford game, and we're kind of thinking we've got to hope that Coventry are slightly deflated and drained from that game, because they did a massive effort against United. Unlucky, so I have to applaud them for that. But coming up against us, not saying that we're in the best of form, but we do have Delat back again, and he has proven he is one of them ones that will just be there for us all times now, which is great. I was so happy seeing him back when he came back against QPR. Fantastic. So, but obviously now, like I said, we could do with keeping him, but we'll see what comes at the end of the season with that one. But at the moment, if we can beat Coventry, happy days. Then it's fully in our hands, and a couple of results need to go our way, really.
Okay. Let's bring in our Ipswich Town fan then, and let's get a chat about this particular game. Now, this is an 8 o'clock kickoff, which isn't great for the travelling fans, Ian. Not sure what time the tractor faithful will get home, but it's not going to be before midnight, is it?
No, and it's a nightmare journey because it's not a quick way to get there to Hull.
Yeah, you could get a boat, couldn't you? Really?
Yeah, that's probably
cost a Hunstanton. Yeah.
All right, to be honest.
All right, then. All joking aside, though, crikey, this is a huge game for Ipswich as much as it is for Hull, isn't it? What sort of side do you expect him to put out against an energetic, skillful Hull side, Ian?
It's interesting because I've had a couple of weeks rest, which could benefit us. So I think Wes Burns, for example, is back on the grass. It may be deemed unfair on Amari Hutchinson if he was to step to one side to allow Burns to retake his place. I would expect to see Burns considered for the squad. Kiefer Moore again, took a couple of knocks, but I think that he'll probably feature as a starting man up front. Other than that, there isn't a great deal of concern. I mean, George Hurst is even putting time in on the grass as well. So Ipswich is heading towards full physical fitness. But as we all know, not playing these games in the 2 weeks running up to it, you lose a little bit of the edge on your match fitness, and that's it's priceless, as we've seen.
Right. All right, then. Norwich fans will be cheering you on. Let's get some score predictions. Will?
I would like to say we'll edge it and go for a nice cheeky 2-1 win. I'd like to have that happen. But in all honesty, I think it will come down to 1-1 draw.
Okay. Ian, what do you reckon?
I guess midweek results really focus the fans on this one. I think, if the Hull turns up that I know could turn up and the fans turn up, then quite easily be a 1-1 draw and even potentially a home win. For Ipswich, though, it's an absolute must win. We've got to keep the pace up. We can't afford to take our foot off, the pedal. I'm going to have to go for a 2-1 away win, but I really wouldn't be surprised, like Will said, if it ends up being a 1-1 draw. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win.
Okay. All right. Cheers, Ian. Thanks for coming on and giving us your thoughts. Before we let you go, Will, of course, it's the final home game of the season. It's been a fantastic season for Hull, even if it doesn't end in in success. What's been your favourite home game of the year, and talk us through your one of your low points as well?
Well, I think, to be fair, I think a lot of fans will say the lowest one for us realistically has to be that Stoke game. It was absolutely dreadful. Fans were pouring out like on the 60th, 70th minute, just pouring out the stadium, which wasn't good for us at all. So I think that's quite a bad point for us. Bad away, you can't really say. Well, we have been bad away.
Yeah, just the home one, because we'll talk about the away. We'll do the home away one next week. So what's been the best homes fixture?
Best home one for me personally, I think it was the Sheff Wednesday game, which is absolutely overturned them quite well. And to be fair, a lot of fans didn't actually think we'd do well on that one, to be honest, when I was speaking to them in the pubs. Yeah. So that was quite nice. But yeah, I think it was that's probably the best one. It was out for atmosphere as well. Okay. It kept us going. And then I think anytime we score more than 3 at home, you always get the chant of, well, you're getting mauled by the Tigers. So it's always handy when that one pops up.
We've got to get rid of that chant. This really is.
We love it.
The average attendance at the MKM this year has been 21,845. This is Hull's best average attendance since the 14-15 campaign, which of course is when you're in the Premier League. So the crowds are coming back, aren't they?
They are coming back, and they're enjoying the majority of the football that is being played. Now, obviously, a lot of fans say that the attendance is just half the season pass tickets that aren't there. But when you're in the stadium and they say 21,000, 22,000, you look around and you're like, no, there is 22,000 people here. You can tell by the crowd, you can tell by the roar, especially when you look at the Upper West, when that's all packed full of most of the kids' seats that they get for some of these free kids tickets sometimes. Absolutely fantastic seeing them full. It's great having the crowd in.
Okay. All right. Good luck then against Ipswich. We'll be joining you next week for the final game of the season as you head off on your travels one more time. Good luck against Ipswich. I'm not sure you're going to do it, but
yeah,
we'll all be keeping our fingers crossed for you. Cheers, Will.
Thank you very much.